I think it's definitely beneficial to have school principals involved in determining the support that they need. I think in the past we have dictated what those terms are, and I think if anyone is going to be able to help determine the supports that are needed on how to improve safety, it's probably going to be those that are closest to the work. So, students, staff, and building leaders. I also think I know a couple of bargaining units have expressed concerns, so I want to make sure that we are, not we, the board, but staff is meeting with the bargaining units to discuss what their concerns are and making sure that those are addressed, heard and addressed. I also think that part of this, and it's not something that we've necessarily talked about, but there should be a focus on training and ensuring that staff knows how to respond and where to find the support that they need and where to find training materials. All of this stuff is within the purview of the superintendent, so I'm not um, here to provide him direction as an individual board member. I'm expressing what I think I have heard so far from the meetings that we've had and the public comment that I've personally heard about what their concerns are. There is a tendency when the board gets involved in an item that it drags on for a very long time and it actually becomes a loop where we are having a lot of conversations and we don't really move towards action. So I appreciate that the students are already planning something. I appreciate that the superintendent is talking to staff. I think it's important that we this does have to be a little bit more urgent, in my opinion, because we are going to have to address this, and the board is not going to be able. We're not agile enough to get in there and address it right this moment. We can have conversations, we can hear feedback all day long, but at the end of the day, these building principals and the superintendent, they're going to be the ones that are implementing this, and they could have already done it by now. So that's part of my frustration is that I understand we want to hear from the community, but we know there's a problem. So it's that's where I'm struggling. We know there's a problem and we need to be moving with urgency, and the board isn't designed to move with urgency, and it's leading to me feeling a little frustrated because by the time we plan something out as a board, we're going to be going into graduations, the summer's going to come. I would prefer personally that staff dedicates time and we address this and we include the bargaining units and we have a more solid plan of action, because right now I feel like we're just scrambling or we're having these events just to have these events when I think action could already be taking place. That's where I am.
So,